Is the Jet JT300 the king of budget Telecasters? Stick around to find out. So many moons ago, I reviewed a sort of Jet Stratocaster, the JS400. And I loved it because I thought the neck was one of the best budget necks, one of the best necks I played in a long time. So I reached out to Jet and asked them if I could review something else. And they very kindly sent me this, the Jet JT300. This is a £159 Telecaster. For £159, you get a full thickness basswood body, so it is full thickness. This is a Mexican telly here. You get a proper ashtray bridge with 3 stainless steel barrels. It is a top loader, but don't let that put you off. I know some people get funny about that, but bear with me. You get 2 ceramic pickups, 3-way control, volume, tone. You get sort of standard modern style tuning pegs. You get 22 medium jumbo frets with, I don't know if you can see it, but a pretty decent action. A bone nut, and you get this beautiful kind of baked maple neck and fretboard. It's a 2-piece neck and fretboard, so the maple fretboard is glued on top of the neck. You can tell because it doesn't have a skunk stripe, even if you can just about see it. You get a C profile neck, kind of a modern C, and you get well-finished frets. Not one single fret feels sharp, which for a budget guitar is brilliant. Trust me on this. Oh, and one of my other favourite features, you get a proper screwed-in plate. So my Mexican telly has the more traditional kind of, I don't know, almost want to call it an ashtray, which become very wobbly very quickly, whereas when they are screwed in like this, they are solid. And it's flush. There's no gaps, unlike some other budget tellies I've used. So it feels good. It feels quality. It doesn't feel cheap. You don't sort of run your hand up the neck and start getting cuts and splinters. The neck is finished in a satin rather than a gloss, so there's nothing sticking. And everything is tight. The neck pocket is tight. Little bit of play just in the very corner here, but you know, again, you'd see that on a lot of even not budget Telecasters. All in all, it feels quality. It's a decent weight, and everything feels good. Tuning stability. This came out of the box in tune, and I've only tuned it once since then because I knocked one of the tuning pegs. Now, coming out of a box in tune isn't a big thing, but it does represent the tuning stability of it. Which, you know, little things like that are quite impressive. So that's not talking about what it's built like. Let's hear what it sounds like. I'm going through, I have a little pedal board here with a TC Electronic El Cambo, a TT Electronic Mojo, some reverb, tuner, and I'm going through the Boss Katana today. So here is, I'm going to go through the pickups with clean, then I'll go through with some overdrive and then some distortion, and we'll talk about them in between each one. So instantly, a couple of things are really easy to notice here. First one, the bridge is very bright, the neck is very dark. But because this is a loner, I've not done what I'd usually do, which is adjust the pickup heights. So bringing the pickup closer to the strings would potentially remove some of that darkness. So, in fact, it would remove some of that darkness and level out the volumes a bit. So that'll be the only kind of pickup tweak I would do, is just raise the neck pickup very slightly. But I don't want to go at it with a screwdriver and risk scratching one that I've been lent rather than owning it. Playability wise, this is fantastic. The neck feels great, the frets are lovely, the intonation is spot on already. You know, it's a very, very playable guitar. And do you know what? It sounds like a Telecaster, even if it is a little bit warmer on the neck. So we're going to put a little bit of reverb on, just because I like reverb. And we're going to put a little bit of sort of Tube Scream style overdrive with the El Cambo. And I'm going to go through the pickups again. So starting on the bridge, and we'll go through. So putting a tube screamer into it really brightens up that neck pickup a lot more. So here's with. So putting a tube screamer through it may be a really good idea, and it doesn't sort of make the bridge too bright, which is lovely. And it responds really well to dynamics. So as well as the volume control. So the volume control has a really nice taper on it. So you can get that natural cleanup. And while we're on the tube screamer, let's play around with the tone control for a second. So like all tone controls, it borders on being useful. It's not tone controls on Telecasters. I tend to use a little bit of tone if I'm trying to roll the top end off the bridge pickup, but that's about it. It does its job. It's a tone control, you know. So now we are going to push this through a Mojo. Now the Mojo is set to full gain with the bass a little bit rolled off from 12 o'clock, what would that be, 11 o'clock, and the treble on sort of 1 o'clock. Single coil hum, which you're going to expect. I like the Mojo, and that sounds really nice with the Mojo. I think, again, personal tastes, you're going to love or hate different parts of that tone. Very easy to fix with pickup heights. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stack the El Cambo into the Mojo and see how this takes sort of proper high gain. This is going to whiz and make noises. I'll tell you what, I do like the neck pickup past the 12th fret with loads of gain. That's quite fun. That is quite fun indeed. So, right, you've got a £159 Telecaster. My honest opinion of this guitar is, as soon as I got it out of the box and it was in tune and playable, I said to my daughter, I think it was my daughter still with me, I said, do you know what? I would gig this today. I would take it out of the box and I'll take it to a gig without doing anything other than maybe retuning it after it'd been in the gig bag. It is a really, really good guitar. It doesn't feel like a budget guitar. The necks on these things are fantastic. I can't fault the neck on this. I can't fault anything on this, actually. To answer the question at the top of this, is this the best budget Telecaster on the market? Of the budget Telecasters I have tried, and I have seen and heard of and, talked about with people, this is definitely the best. I don't think you're going to get a better Telecaster for this money, new or second hand. You're going to be really hard pushed to get £159 sort of, I don't know, maybe a decent Squire that plays as well as this. Genuinely, this could be great for a beginner because it comes out of the box playable. I didn't have to change anything. I've not done any work to this at all. I didn't even have to clean it. And as a gigging musician, I would happily gig this. The colour, I didn't mention the colour. This is sort of, I don't know, what is it? Vintage yellow cream colour. It looks great. It sounds good. Does it sound like a £1,000 Telecaster? No, of course not. Does it sound as good as any Telecaster I've played? Pretty much. In the mix, almost impossible to tell the difference. Just a fabulous guitar, and one that I heartily recommend. If you're looking to add a Telecaster to your lineup, you've got an expensive Telecaster, you fear gigging because you don't want to smash it up, grab one of these. They really won't let you down. So again, massive thank you to Jet for sending this out. I would love to know what you think about this. Get into the comments and tell me your thoughts on this as a gigging guitar, a beginner's guitar, whatever. Your experiences with Jet. If you love the site and you have a little bit of spare cash, I would love it if you join the membership thingy, the join button somewhere. But if you, like, subscribe, comment, it all helps run the channel and keep it going. And until next time, I've been Anjay. This has been the Jet JT300. You're on AM Guitar, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.